Hello! Welcome to Blind Not Bored. My name is Marid.
And I'm Megan.
And today we're going to do a video on the, 12 biggest misconceptions of someone with a visual impairment. These are just our 12. We could have done like 50 misconceptions. Yeah, these are the things that we just find really annoying or frustrating.
Okay, so number 1, blind not bored.
So, as you know, our channel is called Blind Not Bored, and so our first biggest misconception is the fact that sometimes we look bored. In fact, we're just registered blind. Our eye conditions mean that our eyes might sometimes do funny things, like, Meg, you have nystagmus, which I don't have.
I can't focus, basically, so I can't stare directly at people.
Yeah, show them your eyes, show them your eyes.
Show them my eyes?
Yeah. No. Just go like that, just see them wiggle, mine don't do it. And this came from when I was in a New Year's Eve party and my friend Mel, hi Mel if you're watching, and we'd been talking all night and it got to the point where I think she just got a bit annoyed with me and my eye movements. She just decided to say, are you blind or are you just bored? And I was like, well, both. No, I wish I'd have been quick enough to say that, but I was actually a bit taken aback that someone had actually said that in real life.
Okay, number 2 is stereotype. So, it's one of those things that we ask and it's like, what is the stereotype of a blind person? We personally have typed it into Google and we have found out what Google has as blind people. But yeah,
a lot of like that symbol, the symbol of a blind person with a cane.
But is the stereotype that blind people are, people think it's an elderly gentleman who has both a cane and a dog, which we always argue is a ridiculous thing, and has dark glasses.
And it's really frustrating that in this day and age we can't seem to think that someone with a disability or someone who is visually impaired might not look disabled or visually impaired, whatever that's supposed to be. I mean, I think we can get around every day, we can meet people every day and they don't know that we're visually impaired. And it's not until we decide to tell them that they know. And I think that is pretty amazing. I think that's how it should be.
Yes. Number 4? 3.
3 comes after 2 and then it's 4.
Okay, so this leads us quite nicely into number 3. Number 3 is registered blind / visually impaired. Coming from the stereotype, it's when you tell people I'm registered blind or you say I'm visually impaired, their reaction is kind of, they don't quite understand what it means.
It's also the fact that like when I meet someone I don't know what words to use to describe what I am. So it's like if I met a young person who was like my age and I was like, oh yeah, basically I just can't really see very well. And then if I think that, I don't know, they're like a friend of a friend or a friend of the family or something like that, I'll try and, you know, oh, I am visually impaired, and I'll just kind of throw that word out there and hope that that works. But then professionally, we always use registered blind, like in work and stuff like that, we always hope that people know what that means. But I just find that it's weird that none of them seem to sum up what we have, what we live with, what we are, and yet I don't know, these are the words that have been associated with what we're supposed to be. Between kind of wearing glasses, being short-sighted or long-sighted, and being completely 100% black blind, no light perception, there's a massive range in between that.
Yeah.
And even if I have Stargardt's and someone else has Stargardt's,
it would never be the same thing.
It would never even be the same thing, although we have exactly the same eye condition.
Yeah. On to number 5.
No, 6.
I was gonna,
This is hilarious. This is our next video is going to be counting from 1 to 10 with Megan. Stay tuned for that one. Okay, from here on, we are going to stop counting because somewhere along the line, we can't count from 1 to 5. So, and by we, I mean Megan. Okay, the next one.
Okay, next one. So is your boyfriend VI?
Yeah. Okay, this happens to me all the time. The boyfriend comes up in conversation and then the automatic response is like, oh, so is your boyfriend like normal or is he like VI as well? And like, I don't know why this bothers me as a question, because if I did have a visually impaired boyfriend, that wouldn't bother me.
It goes back to the whole stereotype thing there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's almost as if you're visually impaired, you would only be able to have a visually impaired boyfriend. It's the assumption that people make that, yeah, you must all kind of want to bond together and mate together and procreate together. It's like, it's like as if just because you're visually impaired, that is enough to make you want to be together.
Next one.
Yeah, let's swiftly move on.
What can you see?
Oh, did we put this in there?
Yes, we did.
Yeah. What can you see?
Now,
That beaut.
it's a question that everybody asks, but is the most frustrating question.
Let's just be honest. It's the wrong question.
But that's why it's in there, is because it's kind of the wrong question to be asking a visually impaired person, because you're asking for a visual reference. So, and to anyone watching this video, if I said to you, what can you see? Can you describe what you're seeing?
Describe it to us now. Do it. We can hear you.
It's so difficult to do it if you're fully sighted. Like, when people ask it to us, we just reply with that question and they kind of go,
everything.
And struggle, and you think, okay, so if you have reduced vision, if you can't see everything around you, or it's just a little bit blurry, how are you going to answer that question? And like, we're not saying that you can't ask it, but if you're going to ask it, expect either the person not to be very helpful in their response, or
to get the look though.
Yeah.
Really.
And if you are like more interested, ask more specific questions, like, can you see something?
Yeah.
Or like, how would you describe your vision?
Yeah, like how well can you read, or how do you find like getting around? Because that's the other thing, is that your vision affects what you do. Expect the word maybe everything, just not very well, to come out, because it probably will.
Okay, the next one is disabled badge.
Next, disabled badge.
Disabled badge.
It goes with stereotypes, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it goes with just a general physical misconception of what a disabled badge holder is.
Neither of us look disabled enough to get out of the car fully able, independently,
like,
and walk into a shop or walk up a street without having a dirty look from people. That isn't.
Yeah. Like, is it really bad that even though I'm registered blind, like I'm basically blind in one eye and have little vision in the other, and yet when I get out of the car with a disabled badge, I still feel like I want to fake a limp. Okay, I am looking at you. You don't look disabled. I'm seeing you move. You don't move as a disabled person.
Because I don't have a guide dog. I don't have a cane, so I can't imagine what that feels like. But then for us, from the opposite side of it, it's really difficult, because kind of we don't feel. It's that thing that we're not normal enough to use the word normal. We're not normal enough to be part of society, but yet we're not blind enough to be seen as a disabled person.
Yeah.
And it's like, where do I actually fit in society?
Who made these rules?
Yeah. So the next one is, you're not the same, or you're not whole. You're not whole, Ned.
I'm not whole.
You're not whole.
Apparently.
You're not whole. You haven't got the whole eyes.
Yeah. The whole vision. The whole mind. This is nuts. I think we've kind of touched on this, but so to keep it brief, this is something that people think. This is something that's been said to me personally. I'm sure you've had it. People have this perception that because you are a little bit different for whatever reason, that you are not a whole person, that you have something missing, and that is a defect, and that is a bad thing, when actually it isn't.
And moving on to the next one, right, rather quickly, but it kind of links to these, which is
cool.
I'll pray for you.
I'll pray for you.
No, it's not a misconception as such, but it's
we
just
had to get it in.
we had to get it in just because it's hilarious.
Oh, so you're visually impaired? I was like, yeah. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'll pray for you. And at that point, it was either Pims in the face or Pims down my neck. Don't tell a disabled person that you will pray for them, even if you are religious. That's lovely. They don't need to know it.
Okay, so the next one annoys the both of us. Visually impaired children don't go through mainstream education.
Turns out a lot of people don't realise this. Even people who should know.
Every visually impaired person goes to a special school to be taught because, you know, we're all special, so we need special help.
I don't even think a lot of people think it through. I think it's just a slight assumption that because you are a little bit different, you can't go with everyone else. There are visually impaired children and young people in mainstream school, in colleges, in universities, all over the world, doing very, very well. And there are also some who go through mainstream education and then decide to go to somewhere like Hereford, where they specialise in supporting visually impaired people and do a very, very good job of it.
This moves us nicely on to our last but one point. Fair play. We have had a lot of experience in the work that we've done. We both have achieved an incredible amount in the short time that we have been alive.
And had experiences that a lot of people generally have never had. And some of them because of our visual impairment as well.
But I think the point of saying fair play is people are like, oh, well, fair play, you've done that, well done. And it's like, well, actually, no, I did this because I'm determined and I wanted to do it, not because I wanted to prove to people that visually impaired people can do it. Now, there is a point to that we do want to show that visually impaired people and disabled people can do almost everything that everybody else can do, but sometimes
just not in the same way.
But sometimes you just want to pat on the back and a well done for actually doing well, not for, as you said, not for just achieving something.
Yeah. But nevertheless, if I am good at it, I want to be good at it because I'm good at it, and not because compared to what they think a visually impaired person should be good at doing, they think it's good and it's fair play. Well done. Like, I want to be compared to everyone. Actually, I don't want to be compared to anyone. I just want to be good at it because I'm good at it. Or I want to be terrible at it because I'm bad at it. I don't want, oh, she's bad at it, but fair play, she can't see, so she would be bad at it. That's also bad. If I'm bad at something, I want to just be bad at doing it. I don't make my visual impairment an excuse. I don't you make it an excuse. And I'm getting cross.
Last point is not even friends and family get it right all the time. And it's kind of just to say that
friends and family, we love you all. And you do get it right most of the time.
Like telling you there's a step and there's not a step. Or not telling you the step and the step's there.
Yeah, or not telling you which way the step is going, if it's a step up or a step down. So they've gone that far to tell you there's a step, but they haven't told you the vital situation of whether you're going to fall down or fall up. Right? And I still get it wrong with you sometimes. But I think the fact that you're willing to try, like our family are incredible, and they try and understand. They try and take care of us in any way that they can. They are extremely supportive, and I think that's just what you need. It's not to be afraid of us as people, it's not to be afraid of what we're living with either, because it's unnecessary, but just trying to be supportive or trying to understand makes a massive difference.
Yes.
Okay, is that the end?
That is the end.
So, for you people at home, you can count how many that was because we couldn't count. This was our very, very first video, so sorry if it was really long and rambly. Hopefully we will get better at this. So, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe down below. And yeah, that's it from me. Do you have anything to say?
I can't remember what I was going to say.
Say goodbye to them. Say goodbye, Megan.
Bye.
Bye! Bye!